Hey guys, welcome back to Finesse. This time, we've put together the top best thriller movies streaming in 2025 on Prime Video and Hulu. It's not just the popular hits, we've included some hidden gems too, so everyone can find something fresh to enjoy. We hope this list helps you discover your next favorite thriller. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Number 11. Coup. Directed by Austin Stark and Joseph Schumann, Coup is a darkly comedic period thriller that blends sharp class satire with claustrophobic tension and a biting sense of irony. Set during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, the story unfolds in a remote seaside estate where a wealthy newspaper baron and his wife isolate themselves from the chaos outside. Their peace is disrupted when a mysterious drifter, posing as a private chef, is hired to serve them. Beneath the refined dinners and polite conversation, a quiet rebellion begins to simmer, one that threatens to upend not just the household's power structure, but the illusion of civility itself. Peter Sarsgaard delivers a magnetic performance as the enigmatic cook, effortlessly shifting between charm, menace, and revolutionary fervor. Billy Magnussen and Sarah Gedon provide strong counterpoints as the privileged couple, their entitlement unraveling with each subtle turn of the screw. With its crisp pacing and elegantly contained storytelling, Coup doesn't aim for grand spectacle. It slices through themes of power, privilege, and deception with a scalpel. It's a slow-burn thriller that lingers, both unsettling and slyly entertaining. Number 10. Prisoner's Daughter. Directed by Catherine Hardwicke, Prisoner's Daughter is a grounded and emotionally volatile drama that fuses gritty family tension with themes of redemption, legacy, and the lingering cost of violence. The film follows Max, a hardened ex-convict battling terminal cancer, who is released from prison under house arrest and forced to move in with his estranged daughter, Maxine, and her epileptic son. What begins as an uneasy cohabitation gradually evolves into a fragile attempt at reconnection, as old wounds resurface and long-buried grievances threaten to explode. Beneath its modest setting, the story unfolds as a slow-burning meditation on generational pain, forgiveness, and the desire to make peace with one's past before time runs out. Brian Cox delivers a powerful, restrained performance as Max, a man grappling with mortality and regret, infusing every moment with quiet intensity. Kate Beckinsale brings grit and vulnerability to Maxine, revealing layers of hurt and resilience as the daughter caught between survival and reconciliation. Sparse and intimate, Prisoner's Daughter doesn't rely on sweeping drama or elaborate plot twists. It earns its impact through lived-in characters and aching silences. Number 9. Summit Fever. Directed by Julian Gilby, Summit Fever is a gripping and immersive mountaineering thriller that blends adrenaline-fueled adventure with an exploration of ambition, friendship, and the limits of human endurance. The film follows Michael, a determined climber chasing the dream of conquering the Eiger, Matterhorn, and Mont Blanc. Alongside his best friend JP, whose growing recklessness threatens their quest, Michael faces not only the brutal physical challenges of the mountains, but also escalating tension between loyalty and ego, trust and survival. Freddie Thorpe anchors the film with a performance that balances youthful determination and vulnerability, while Michelle Biel's portrayal of JP captures the dangerous allure of glory-seeking obsession. Ryan Philippe adds gravitas as a seasoned climber whose experience provides a sobering counterpoint to the risks at hand. Fans of intense, atmospheric adventure will find Summit Fever a raw and exhilarating ascent. Number 8. Peppermint. Directed by Pierre Morel, Peppermint is a gritty and relentless revenge thriller that fuses high-octane action with raw emotional drive. The film centers on Riley North, Jennifer Garner, a grieving mother who transforms from a loving parent into a fierce vigilante after her family is brutally taken from her in a violent attack. Fueled by pain and determination, Riley embarks on a calculated crusade to dismantle the criminal network responsible, blurring the lines between justice and vengeance. Jennifer Garner anchors the film with a powerful performance that balances vulnerability and steely resolve, delivering intense physicality alongside emotional depth. Supported by a sharp cast including John Ortiz and John Gallagher Jr., the film builds tension through gritty confrontations and explosive set pieces. Visually stark and paced with relentless momentum, Peppermint doesn't rely on complex twists but thrives on its straightforward, raw energy and cathartic drive. Fans of tough, emotionally charged action thrillers will find it a gripping, no-nonsense ride. Number 7. Breakwater. Directed by James Rowe, Breakwater is a moody and atmospheric crime thriller that fuses introspective character study with coastal noir tension. The film centers on Dovey, a recently released ex-con tasked with tracking down the estranged daughter of his former mentor. As he navigates the rugged shores of North Carolina, Dovey finds himself entangled in a web of secrets, lies, and dangerous loyalties that challenge his sense of trust and redemption. Darren Mann anchors the film with a quietly intense performance, balancing vulnerability and simmering determination. He is supported by Dermot Mulroney, whose portrayal of the manipulative Ray adds depth and menace, while Alyssa Goss brings emotional weight to her role as Eve, caught between past wounds and new alliances. Visually evocative and steeped in a haunting coastal atmosphere, Breakwater avoids conventional thriller cliches in favor of slow-building tension and complex character dynamics. It's a restrained, yet compelling exploration of morality and survival. Perfect for fans of character-driven crime dramas with a brooding edge. Number 6. Joe. Directed by David Gordon Green, Joe is a gritty and atmospheric Southern Gothic drama that fuses raw emotional intensity with a stark exploration of violence and redemption. The film centers on Joe Ransom, a tough, troubled ex-con who ekes out a living as a tree poisoner in rural Texas. When he meets Gary, a desperate 15-year-old boy fleeing an abusive home, an unlikely bond forms, one that forces Joe to confront his own demons and the brutal realities of the world they inhabit. Nicolas Cage anchors the film with a powerful, restrained performance, embodying Joe's rough exterior and buried vulnerability. He's matched by Ty Sheridan's nuanced portrayal of Gary, whose innocence clashes with the harshness surrounding him. The supporting cast, including Gary Poulter as Gary's volatile father, adds depth and heartache to the story. It's a haunting, unflinching look at broken lives seeking connection, resonating deeply with fans of thoughtful, character-focused dramas. Number 5. The Baker. Directed by Jonathan Sobel, The Baker is a gritty and character-driven action thriller that fuses intense family drama with stylized violence and dark humor. The film centers on Poppy, a stoic, aging baker with a secret past as a former government assassin. When his estranged son inadvertently drags the family into a deadly drug deal, Poppy is forced back into a violent world to protect his granddaughter Delphi, who unknowingly holds the key to their survival, a satchel of heroin. What unfolds is a tense and dangerous cross-country journey filled with relentless threats and shifting loyalties. Ron Perlman anchors the film with a commanding performance that balances tough resilience with unexpected tenderness, while Emma Ho adds emotional depth as the granddaughter caught in the chaos. The supporting cast, including Elias Koteas and Harvey Keitel, adds layers of tension and complexity to the unfolding drama. Fans of action thrillers with a strong emotional core will find it both gripping and surprisingly heartfelt. Number 4. Miranda's Victim. Directed by Michelle Danner, Miranda's Victim is a powerful and emotionally charged legal drama that fuses intimate character study with a landmark moment in American jurisprudence. The film centers on Patricia Trish Weir, an 18-year-old woman whose harrowing kidnapping and assault by Ernesto Miranda becomes the catalyst for the Supreme Court ruling that established the now iconic Miranda rights. Through Trish's courageous journey, the story explores themes of trauma, justice, and the fight for recognition within a flawed legal system. Abigail Breslin anchors the film with a deeply affecting performance, conveying both vulnerability and strength as Trish confronts her past and demands justice. She is supported by a compelling cast including Ryan Philippe, Luke Wilson, and Donald Sutherland, who each add layers of complexity and tension to the courtroom drama. Fans of thoughtful legal dramas will find it a quietly powerful exploration of resilience and the impact of a single case on the American legal landscape. Number 3. Section 375. Directed by Ajay Bal, Section 375 is a tense and thought-provoking legal drama that fuses courtroom suspense with a nuanced exploration of truth, consent, and justice within the Indian legal system. The film centers on a high-profile rape trial where a renowned filmmaker accused of assaulting his assistant battles a sharp and determined prosecution. As the courtroom drama unfolds, the story challenges the black-and-white perceptions of guilt and innocence, exploring the complexities and ambiguities of sexual consent under the law. Akshay Khanna delivers a compelling performance as the defense lawyer, balancing charisma with moral ambiguity, while Richa Chadha's portrayal of the passionate prosecutor brings intensity and conviction. Section 375 stands out for its gripping narrative and ethical complexity, rather than high-octane drama, making it a slow-burning thriller that invites viewers to engage deeply with the moral dilemmas at its core. Fans of courtroom dramas rooted in social issues will find it a compelling and challenging watch. Number 2. Sound of Freedom. Directed by Alejandro Monteverde, Sound of Freedom is a gripping and intense thriller that fuses real-life urgency with dramatic storytelling to shed light on the dark world of child trafficking. The film centers on Tim Ballard, a former government agent who embarks on a dangerous mission to rescue children trapped in sex trafficking networks in Colombia. After saving a young boy, Ballard discovers that the boy's sister remains captive, propelling him into a high-stakes journey that exposes the brutal realities behind this hidden crime. Jim Caviezel anchors the film with a determined and heartfelt performance, embodying Ballard's relentless drive and compassion. He's supported by a strong cast, including Mira Sorvino and Bill Camp, who add emotional weight and complexity to the narrative. Fans of socially conscious thrillers will find it both compelling and provocative, making it a powerful call to awareness and action. Number 1. Manhunter. Directed by Michael Mann, Manhunter is a sleek and cerebral crime thriller that fuses psychological depth with a stylish, moody atmosphere. The film centers on Will Graham, a former FBI profiler drawn back into the hunt for a sadistic serial killer known as the Tooth Fairy. As Graham dives deep into the killer's disturbed psyche, a tense cat-and-mouse game unfolds, one that probes the fragile line between hunter and hunted, sanity and obsession. William Peterson anchors the film with a layered performance that balances quiet intensity and vulnerability. He's supported by Brian Cox, whose chilling portrayal of the antagonist adds a haunting edge, alongside a strong supporting cast that amplifies the film's dark intrigue. Visually distinctive and sonically immersive, Manhunter relies less on overt action and more on slow-burning tension, character psychology, and a synth-driven score that amplifies the unease. Fans of atmospheric thrillers and psychological crime dramas will find it a quietly riveting and unmistakably stylish entry in the genre.